And no, I'm not stripping. I'm just taking my hoodie off. There we go. That's better. Oh, way better. Oh, that feels better. Because, yeah, that thing was a little warm. Because it's not... Like, the problem is, it's raining all around. Like, not here yet, but around me it is. Like, I can see horrible clouds over there that's raining. Clouds back there that are raining. Clouds in front that are raining. Not so much over there. It's kind of clear skies over there. But, you know. So, yeah, like, I can roll down the window. For now. Until it starts raining, and then I might go inside. But, yeah, anyways, I wanted to say hi and thank you everybody who is a subscriber to my channel. We just hit 1,800 subscribers today. So I had a little bit of a celebration of going to get some food, to be honest. You know what? And that was a damn good burger. To be honest, I love Cedar's Pub here in town. It's just really good food, to be honest. But yeah, so to be honest, since because like there's a new video out that was out today. So if you haven't seen that, you should go check that out as well. Of concerning, okay, so what have I done to this car as of late? And the couple of things that I did, not major things, but a little bit of things. And then as well of talking about my 86 convertible and what happened with her. Now, there's a couple of theories on it. Like my theory was that because like that motor, you know, if you saw that video, which actually that video, that short little video is at the start of that video, and then it goes into me talking. So yeah. Anyways. Sorry, my brain's not functioning properly. It's just I hit my head sometimes. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. But yeah, like today, you know, I decided to be a little bit dressed up. Like, I mean, similar to yesterday, but slightly different shirts, slightly different pants, you know, with these boots still. So, yeah. So, anyways, sorry, I got sidetracked there. So, my theory on what happened to my 86 Mustang is okay. That cooling system was really dirty, and like I flushed it out a couple of times, but it still did all of it out. And as well, it smelled bad too. Like it was just not good. But it was not like mixed with oil or anything like that. It was just and not milkshakey at all. It was just honestly not really that bad considering. Like I mean, I knew there was an issue there, but not anything like that. So when there's something fun over there. So when we pull the motor, which is going to be on Monday, or well, I mean, it might be Tuesday, but Monday we're gonna start. At the very least, we're gonna start on the other one. I don't know which, however he wants to do it. I think it's probably easiest if we pull the 86 hatchback in first, pull the motor, and then push it out, and then bring Lilo in, pull the motor, put the motor in, and be done that way, right? But it's gonna take us because, like I said, okay, so we're doing motor out in one car, motor out another car, motor in. Ah, hey, fair enough. That's really cool, actually. So from Los Alamos National Laboratory, Thermal Test Complex. That's cool. Very cool. I mean, hey, no worries. I definitely appreciate you coming out here. I mean, I do. Honestly, I just do these lives randomly, to be honest. I never really. Sorry, my brain, ever since I got COVID back in January, my brain just always has this fog. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Ah, okay. Theoretical physics, cool. Yeah, see, I mean, I love everything automotive, like engines and stuff like that, especially because, like, I mean, this car that I'm sitting in right now is a 1981 Ford Mustang. It has the 200 inline six with currently a C4 automatic, and it's got some upgrades under the hood, but nothing like too crazy yet. I do want to put forced induction on this car, and whether I do that with a turbo or supercharger, I'm leaning towards supercharger, but a turbo is kind of fun too because it's a little simpler to set up. Even though the supercharger is actually very easy to set up, it's just figuring out your pulley situation. But well, here, I will show you what I have under the hood. So yeah, this is my car. You know, I just put these wheels on it the other day. Honestly, I love these fat tires in the back. I live in Canada, so we do have to worry about snow and stuff like that, even this time of year, because it could snow. But hopefully it doesn't. Apologies. Kind of hard to hold a phone and do this at the same time. There we go. So that is my little 296. These are a fascinating little engine because they just go and go and go. And actually, do I have a couple of oil leaks? It kind of looks like it's still. I keep battling oil leaks with this damn thing. But this valve cover I just put on last week. And it looks freaking killer on here. You know, I got these plug wires on again last week too. Very fun time. I do have a, because these are MSD wires, well, they're straight fire, but by MSD. So the only difference between these and a regular MSD is these are 8mm, MSDs are 8.5. So other than that, they're the exact same plug wire. Meanwhile, the rad here is a 2.25-inch aluminum 3-core. I do have the Optima battery over there as well. The Edelbrock air cleaner on it. And stock exhaust, although it does have an H-pipe and stuff like that. But I mean, even here, this would have had a Holley 1-barrel on it from the factory. But now it's got a Motorcraft 2100 carburetor. Now, that carburetor is actually off of a 66 Fairlane 289 car. So, you know, that's pretty cool. Here, let me... figure it out in a moment here. Sorry. There we go. That's better. But yeah, let's see. What else has been done under here? Well, I've also got that Super Cell coil down there too for a little extra performance. And then underneath, like I said, the exhaust. Because I've got an H-pipe, stock manifold, that's wide off into an H-pipe off of a 2014 Mustang 5-liter. And because you can kind of see, it still has this horrible stock manifold, but I do want to replace that in the future. And then, yeah, like, you can't really see it, and it's actually starting to rain on me now. Fun times. Actually, before I get soaked, let me shut the hood here, and head back in the car. There we go. Apologies. It's so hard to try and open and close hoods while filming at the same time. It's always a trick to figure it out. But, and like, this thing has thrust turbos on it, which, I mean, it's got a bit of a good noise to it. Like, if I stick you out the window here. Let me flip you. There we go. And, yeah, there we go. I'll just shut this off, roll that window up so I don't get freaking soaked. And yeah, like, that's this one. I do have an 86 Mustang as well. It's a 302. Unfortunately, that motor is going to be pulled because it kind of blew up on me. Although, not blow up in a catastrophic way or anything like that. It was just, the rad cap decided to say, see ya, right? So, and luckily it did not take the whole rad out. So, that was good because that does happen occasionally. Well, occasionally, it's actually quite rare. Like, it'll actually take the neck of the rad with it. But this one, it's not that it like blew off or anything, but I think it exceeded its 16-pound limit in the system. So, yeah. And unfortunately, like, that was a 302 car. And that thing, well, like I said, it's an 86. So, first year for the third brake light. Only year that's a 4i third brake light. And that one has an AOD automatic in it. Got a couple of little upgrades that we're going to put on it. Like, because right now it has an Edelbrock Performer intake with a Holley 600 carburetor, and currently I'm a stock headers, but do have a set of aftermarket headers that are on another engine that we're going to be putting on this car. That's a friend of mine's car that he's gracious enough to do a little bit of horse trading with me, so I can take that engine out and put it in my car. Because like the car right now has so much blow by and burning so much oil that it used about a liter of oil within an hour of driving. So yeah, that's no good, right? Um, so and that's most likely piston rings. And to be honest, like, yeah, could I get the motor like rebuilt? Of course, but I don't really have the money to send it out to a machine shop and get it properly done. And the one thing is, okay, if you're delving into a motor and then you're wanting to replace parts, it's like what starts out as piston rings then goes down to, oh hey, let's put a cam in the motor. Let's do new bearings, you know, like cam bearings and whatever else. Let's do new valves and new valve seals and all that stuff. And basically, it'll wind up being about $1,000 when you're all said and done. So really, it's more economical for me to do this. And like, because in the end, with money and parts that I have, because let's say the tires cost me nothing, and they came with that car, that I'm trading for that motor. The HEI distributor that only cost me about $80, so that wasn't so bad. And I think I'm giving him like $100 too. We haven't really figured out the money on top of it, but this motor that I'm getting, like I said, isn't it another '86 Mustang? It's a hatchback. Don't really know much on it. I know it's got an out-of-block reformer intake as well with a carburetor, and it's got long tube headers on it by the looks of it. And of course, it's a serpentine setup, which is kind of nice. I like a V-belt setup as well, but serpentine is convenient as well for just ease of not having to disassemble a few different things to get the belt off. You still have to remove the fan though and the shroud, but at least you don't have to, you know, like loosen the alternator or loosen the power steering pump to get everything off, because you have to do that with the V-belt setup. But you know, and I don't know if they actually make a serpentine setup for this. It'd be kind of interesting to do a serpentine on this, but I don't think I will. I think I'll just keep it V-belt. But you know, and that's this car. Like, is it still in here or is it in the trunk? I think it is. Yeah, it's in the trunk. So I won't show you that because I actually do have a like this engine does not have a fan shroud on it, but from the factory it never did have one. That fan shroud, like all it was a piece about this long, so about I don't know, 8-ish inches by about 5 inches deep approximately. And all it said was caution fan on it. It did not wrap around the fan at all. And it's funny because I had somebody try and tell me today that oh, you need a fan shroud on your car. I'm going, this one doesn't really require it. Because again, way oversized rad, inline 6, no issues there, right? The only time when this engine gives me issues is if I just get off the highway and go to a drive-through. Then it'll start to really creep up on the needle, and I do have to shut it off. But it has to be sitting in that drive-through for quite a bit of time. So there is that. But I really do love this car, and this was my first car. I bought it back in 2019. I've revived it basically from the ground up. These seats are not original to it, because you can see this is the original interior color, and it's still quite a bit of that is still in here. Like, you know, the A-pillars are not, those are tan, but that's what the car came with. So, you know, and you cannot find original pewter stuff because it's a 1-year only color and they don't reproduce it. So, yeah, like the headliner is not original to this car. I got that for $20 and it doesn't even fit. It might be out of a hatchback, but to be honest, I don't think it is. I think it's earlier, but I could be wrong. Like it almost feels like a Mustang 2, but maybe it's not. And again, I don't know for sure. But it doesn't matter. It was $20. I'm not really too worried about it. Let's see. What else has been done to this thing, to be honest? Because I do have a 7.5 rear end with 354 gears that comes with 373s that I'll be throwing in this as well. Limited slip. with those fat tires in the back, which are 275 60/15s, this thing will just be so much fun, to be honest. Like, it won't be fast, but also with the T5 manual swap that I want to do to this thing as well, which that'll happen after the convertible's back on the road and happy again. Then I'll do the T5 swap in this. So that's what's coming down the pipeline. After this has a T5 swap in it, then we will focus on the 78 Civic. Get that up and running this summer, hopefully, because we need to do brakes and get the fuel system fixed. Once that happens, then we can kind of diagnose other stuff of like, okay, drive it, see what it actually needs, and go from there. So yeah, and you can hear the rain hit. But yeah, I just hope that this is just a mild storm and nothing too bad. Luckily, I didn't try and, because I was gonna do a kind of live stream probably on TikTok actually of doing a little bit of body work and paint on this car, but I did not do that, which is a good thing. Definitely a good thing. But man, looks like I lost my viewers. Sad, but that does happen. You know what? It's fine. Anyways, yeah, I think I'll just end this here, to be honest. It's just a quick little live, honestly, you know, just for a few minutes. Yeah, because I'll be live for a little bit at the very least on Novitaz's channel tonight, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, anyways, I'll chat to you all later. Bye!